Welcome to the Roy Anthony and every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick every Tuesday.
Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
It's during the week, homie. The Roy
every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a
Tap in.
before we gotta
Tap
go.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
Come on and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show.
Tap in.
Big Hank. We getting it. What you think? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Welcome back to the Roy Anthony Show. It is March the 16th, 2023. We are in the house. I'm Roy Anthony. We have two Leone Waits in the background. I'm Roy Anthony, my co-stars, Cynthia Joy. I just seen Cynthia Joy and Big Hank will be popping in. When there she is now. I always have to bring in my co-stars first before we bring our guests. What's up with you, Miss Cynthia Joy?
What's up, Sugarfoot? Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey, what's up with you? I see she's been active a lot lately. You're
Grinding,
talking
you
about
know.
a survivalist. I told him Tuesday she was aquatic therapy. And then I seen yesterday you went jogging, well, walking.
Yep, did a 1.5 miles, met an emu.
Wow. And stuff. Glad to see you here in the house. Big Hank will be popping in. We have one of our favorite, I don't even call them guests when they come in and out and stuff, Miss Leone Wait. We're constantly pushing about the life insurance. I'm one of the worst representatives of it, but I tell people, look, I got the right person you can talk to.
Right.
And Miss Leone Wait has been helping me. And it help you as well. But anyway, let me go into these credits. I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show with my co-star Cynthia Joy. Big Hank will be popping in. We fall up under the platform of the WOE Entertainment, which was created to bring awareness to how our veterans commit suicide, those who is retired out of service, and those who's even active, almost at 45 deaths per day. And then we have teenagers that's committing suicide at 20 times a day. So what we do was we pride ourselves on the Roy Anthony Show of striking up conversations that can be where someone else can kind of like, relate with what we're saying and push on through. That's why we love like Cynthia Joy, a survivalist of a stroke. Where there's been people who I know closely who said that they had a major ailment, they're ready to end their lives. And who created this to bring awareness to this was Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, along with the co-creator Goose. And then we have our social producers, Blue Phoenix, Ethan Daly, our sponsor, Matthew Brooks. And then we have our neighbors, the BB Nation, which is the Backwoods Veterans based out of Oregon. We have the VRS Veteran Radio Syndicate that's based out of Columbus, Ohio area. I was just saying state of Ohio. Then we have the Long Beach All Stars that has the affiliation of the Tri-City of Compton and Linwood. Then we had the WOE Entertainment, which is based around the U.S. and other countries, along with our personal family, friends, and those who don't even like us. We pride ourselves on these conversations. Now, before we bring in Miss Leonie Wait, and she's been patiently waiting and stuff, she know how the oratory go. I'm want to announce a few comedy shows. Now, those if you're in Long Beach tonight, Big Hank is in a comedy show. Matter of fact, there he is. He talking about right on time. Let me bring Big Hank in. For what's up with you, Big Hank?
What's up, Roy? What's happening, Cynthia?
What's up, Big Hank, baby?
All right, loved one. What's
I was
good?
just bringing you up. That's those in Long Beach. You're gonna be in Long Beach tonight.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Hank is in his comedy show tonight and stuff. I'm going to bring this up.
Yeah.
We call it Old School Comedy Night
Yes, sir.
tonight, 9 p.m. right there at 730 East Broadway in Long Beach, California.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you're in Long Beach and stuff, come on out, check them out.
Yeah.
And stuff. That's a good, and it's in a chill spot. I know that area very well.
Yes, sir. Very cool spot.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Show kind of late though. I don't like the 9 o'clock start, nigga. I be sleeping 9 o'clock a lot of
Man,
times.
that's the type of a comedian, man.
I'm like,
That's
nigga,
the type of
like, nigga, what kind of show is this? The midnight shift, nigga? What is this? The
Oh
midnight shift?
man. Hey, look, when they book me on a week show, like when you do the weekly, I have to do a show Thursday, 2 shows Friday. So the first show is at 8, and then the second show is at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
There's 2 shows like that Saturday. Now,
Yeah.
mentioning, not to take it off of Big Hank, because we going to use show some Big Hank's comedy as one of our commercials.
Okay.
But I have to announce tomorrow night myself, I'll be emceeing the comedy show in Hamilton, Missouri. I'm bringing that up. I had to go on their page and bring it up. Tomorrow night, I will be in Hamilton, Missouri. And oh, wait a minute, that's the wrong one. That's the Saturday night. You see, and remember I was telling you about the pictures he chose, right? So
Yeah.
tomorrow night, we got Top Food Panda, Richard Matano, and Richard King. That's in Hamilton, Missouri. Those in the Hamilton, Missouri area will be at that. We'll be coming down performing there. And then Saturday night, they are having another comedy show. You see, he made the same flyer and stuff. Richard Matano, the band, I guess it's Chumleys or whatever, and Richard King performing. So, but anyway, I want to bring in we have our guest that's in. She's not a guest. We all know Leonie. I don't look at her as a guest. I look at her as she pops in and pops out but she's always bringing in that good flavor. Miss Leonie Wade, who's a very well-known beautician out there in Los Angeles and in an insurance agent. She's very, very good. I'm gonna bring her in the house, let her speak for herself. What's up with you, Miss Leonie Wade? How you doing? Oh, your mic sounds like you're low. We couldn't hardly hear you. Is it just me? Can y'all hear, or does it sound low?
Yeah,
It's low. It's real low.
Is it better now?
Oh, it's a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on my Bose. I had to take it off my Bose speaker.
Okay, how you doing, Miss Leonie?
I'm good. How was everybody?
How you
good.
doing, sugar boy?
Hey, beautiful. I guess I should have kept my scarf on like Hank has his.
What's up, Leonie? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. Good. You look great.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I appreciate that.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you have comedy, huh?
Yeah. I got a comedy show tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Long Beach, and he's funny too because we did a show together, and I would play some of the segments, but I've been we have some people who've been challenging me and Big Hank to watch our language.
Our language.
On the show, so we and Big Hank been challenged. It's been challenging for me.
Been very challenging for me also,
Yeah.
man. 'Cause I'm quick. I'm quick to put one of them in there, man. I'm quick to slide something in real quick. You son of a. Okay, all right.
Yeah. and you know, and the thing is that when you have, some people, don't see the story because they hear a word.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said with this Anglo-Saxon language, we
Okay.
we make up what's a cuss word.
Okay.
Now, back in Jesus' time, he would call them Pharisees and Sadducees, you hypocrite.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, in the way he said it,
Yeah.
nowadays it sounds like he's like, oh, you mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
to you did not go to the Bible. You
Come
did
on,
not.
man.
I'm just saying, you come in here with your nice clothes and everything, yet the people are starving out there. Oh, you mother. Picture Denzel Washington playing Jesus in the modern version.
Uh,
Here,
Hey.
I'm trying to heal you, and all you want to do is try to nail me to the cross. Ooh, you, but I drop cases on all you Pharisees.
all you Sadducees and Pharisees around this month.
uh.
Drop
Oh
cases
my
on all
goodness.
y'all and stuff, man. But
Hey,
you know what? I thank God that He's a forgiving God. You feel me?
all the time, man.
He's
All
the
the
one
Yes.
that
man.
holds grudges, you
He
know.
forgave Peter. Peter was cussing people out. He was like, "Man, I told you I don't know that mom. I told you I don't know that
Yeah.
mom. Told you
They
once
came
I
in
don't
there.
know the
Hey,
mom."
hey, look, that's like going to a set at night and stuff. Jesus standing there and they like, hey, we looking for Jesus. Peter was like, who? What? And cut that man's ear off. You
Yeah,
can't
Peter. Peter came with the business. Peter with the business.
who you looking for?
Oh, y'all funny.
You looking for
Funny.
who?
Yeah.
Oh no. Jesus like, hey, now you live by the sword coat. That man, he put that man's ear back on, and the man could hear better than he did previously before he got his ear cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So
my goodness.
before we get in our subject, what's up with you, Miss Leone? And so give us some good news about especially the
Well,
insurance.
you already know everything is changing, just like you were just speaking about the young kids committing suicide and stuff, and that's really sad. Um, that is a tragedy in itself, just like when you're sick, some people want to get insurance after they got sick, but you can't. You want to get it before. And some of us don't know. Some of us feel like, oh, I got plenty of time. I got plenty of time. But if you start early, it can cover things in the long run. It can protect your family. It can protect you, because the insurances that we were getting back when I had cancer, because I'm a cancer survivor, and it's been 30 years.
Yeah,
So when I
see?
had cancer, my policy didn't have the living benefits that they have now. I had to pull everything from my savings. I had to go back to work early, even though I was, going through chemo. I was off from work for 2 years,
Mm.
and if I would have had the living benefits that we have now, it would have covered everything: mortgage, my cars, all those different things that I needed to, pay for on regular basis. But now they come with terminal, critical, and chronic riders that will protect you, where you can still be covered while you're living. It's not just for death. So we want to make sure we cover our family. I mean, the best gift you can give someone is life insurance, believe it or not, because
Mm-hmm.
you're protecting them for the long run,
Now,
and
yes.
yourself.
Now, Miss Leone, I've had some people, and I don't know if you have a certain number, they be hearing you and they be like want to reach out. How can someone contact you to get the ball rolling?
I'm gonna give them my email address, and then they could send me whatever they want, and then I will send them one of my business phone numbers. But in the
Okay.
meantime, if email is hard for some people,
What's your email?
it's LEONIE,
LEONIE,
the letter W,
letter W,
the number 40
number 40
at yahoo.com.
at yahoo.com. Now,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm gonna show this on the screen so that way you can see it yourself. If you're really serious about the insurance, this is how is that how your email looks?
That's it right there.
Yes.
They can reach me
You know.
there, and I can we can do a one-on-one consultation, and it's free. We can get to understand, what you would need, and we will try to give you the best fit product for your family, for you and your family.
Yeah. Now, and you don't have to meet in person. You can actually meet over the phone. A lot of people's meet
Over
through
Zoom.
Zoom or Meet, Google Meet, and all
Mm-hmm.
that. And so, um, if it's on the back of your mind, because I know a lot of people have talked to me, and it's like, hey, they just don't know how to pull the trigger, which way, and sometimes when you call them the actual big companies and stuff, they seem to just treat you like you're an animal. Another number, reach out to Miss Leone and get that one-on-one directive. Before we go any farther, we always try to put in something like our comedy or something like that. This is our way of doing commercials. And since this man is performing tonight, I was like, why not show a little Big Hank on him? Let's hit him.
Let's get the show going. First young man comes to say, super, super funny young man. Y'all gonna like it a whole lot. He's a really good friend of mine, y'all. Please. Okay. So you love my man, Mr. Hank Norman in the house. Y'all give it up for Hank Norman. Make some noise. Make you feel at home, y'all. Clap. What's happening with y'all, man? What's going on, Long Beach? Hey, first of all, give it up for the DJ one time. Give it up for the DJ. Bring it up to the 2000s or something. Bring it up to the 2000s. Hey, man, give it up for yourselves, y'all. Give it up for yourselves and come out to the local left. Man, y'all showed up in Long Beach, man. And we got to give it up for the people that made it all happen. Let's give it up for Mr. and Mrs. Berry, y'all. Give it up for Mr. and Mrs. Berry. It's their birthday celebration, y'all, and I think Miss Berry, she turned 40, she looking good, looking good. Mr. Berry turned 50, he looking good, he looking good. And they're getting ready to have a baby, y'all. That means when they baby be 50, they're gonna be probably like 1,000 years old. And that all be messing with you, man. It's messing with me, man, because I just turned 51, right? And every man in here, y'all know that when you get 50, you got to get your checkup, right? Y'all know that. Y'all know that, man. And that's what happened to me. I went to the doctor and had to get me a checkup, right? And the doctor want to put his finger all up in your booty, give you that greasy booty, and I don't like that. I don't like that because I make your booty slip and slide. I don't like how I make your booty slip and slide. But I had to give me a checkup anyway, right? So I go to the doctor, and the doctor tried to tell me that my blood pressure was high. I said, you a while. And I know you lying, because my blood pressure don't do nothing without me. We get high together. Yeah, we smoke our weed and stuff together. We're not like you and your blood pressure, doc. Doc got mad, he had no attitude. I don't care about none of that. Hey, but look, I ain't got much time, y'all. I ain't got much time because I'm a new cat. They got to get me all fast. But I gotta tell y'all my Lester Berry story, right? This is my Lester Berry story, y'all. Now listen, y'all, and I know y'all know Lester Berry, but I know the real Lester Berry. He aggressive, y'all. He aggressive. He a gangster, right? So when I first started doing comedy, Lester Berry was one of the first cats that ever gave me action and get some money doing comedy. So I appreciate that, right? He called me up one day, he said, hey man, look, I heard you just got out. and I heard you doing comedy, I heard you doing good too. He said, why don't you come down to my spot, down to the comedy clip,
and do some clean comedy and get you a couple of dollars. And I told him, I said, look here, man, I just started doing comedy. I don't even know how to do clean comedy. He said, well, you gotta be professional. You gotta work on your craft, you know. So that's what I did. I went down there and I went down to the comedy clip and I did me some clean comedy. But I made a couple of mistakes, y'all. Yeah, I cussed it a couple of times, right? Right, so after the show, when all the other comedians got in line to get their money, I got in line to get my money too. I was in line too. I was like, finna get my money, finna get my money. Finna get my bread, finna get my bread. Right when I got to the front of the line, I said, yeah, I'm here to see Lester Berry. The lady back there, she says, Lester Berry's not here, he's down in the parking lot. I said, do you know who I am? She said, no, I don't know who you are. So I went down to the parking lot. Right when I get down to the parking lot, I see Lester Berry, he's trying to get in the car real fast. Cut all that out. I said, hey, dude, partner, check this out, man. I need my money, man, my bread, my chiller, my scratch, my teeth. This is what Lester said to me. He said, well, you know, I was down here and I was looking for you. And I was going to let you know that you don't have no money coming because you cussed off all your money. That's what he told me. So, you know, I kind of said, well, maybe he said something wrong. I said, man, what did you say? He said, no, nigga, you heard me right. I said, you ain't got no money coming because you cussed off all your money. Now, like I said, y'all, I was fresh out the pen, so my understanding was messed up. And I told him, I said, look here, man. I said, I see you ain't seen me in a long time. I said, check this out. I said, nigga, if I don't get my mother ducking money right here in this mother ducking parking lot, nigga, it's gonna be some mother ducking problems. You know what y'all pastor said to me? Y'all pastor said, nigga, what's wrong with your problem starter? Nigga, is it broke? Oh, no, you didn't. Nigga, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. So he left me no choice, y'all. Y'all know what I did, right? Nigga, I swung on him trying to knock his mother ducking head off. And y'all know what y'all pastor was doing the whole time when I was swinging on him? He was ducking and praying for me at the same time. He was like, Lord, please help me, Jesus, for you know not know what he doeth, Lord. Lord, please help me, Jesus, for you not know what he doeth, Lord. And right after about that third duck, he wasn't ducking no more. This when that gangster came up out of him, right? He said, Lord, please help me, Jesus, for you. Okay, that's it, nigga. I ain't got no more. Nigga, all I got is these nests and these racks, nigga. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. That's what I said.
Oh man.
Oh, sheesh.
Y'all in Long Beach or surrounding areas of Long Beach, go check out Big Hank and the other guys from the show and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Man, that's
that dude is stupid. That dude is stupid, and I don't know what's wrong with him.
See him tonight. Y'all go check it out. Now the subject today, before we go farther, the subject today, and I'm glad Miss Leone's in the house. Cynthia, you know, she's been doing so much activity and stuff. Glad she's in the house. Of course, me and Big Hank. We was on this subject Tuesday, me and Big Hank, because a young man was caught with his head cut off. He went to the police department, and they said that, you know, we can't prove nothing. He ain't been kidnapped, so there's nothing we could do. He calls his mother and said that 3 carloads of white guys was chasing him. He was he went missing and was discovered 2 weeks later with his head actually cut off. And so then I think it was last week we talked about Shaquella Robinson, and then we know the different situations that have caught national news over the years, from Mr. George Floyd and Castillo and numerous, and we can go on and on and on. And one of the things that, you know, especially those of us blacks who believe in God and stuff, we're always forgiven. But the subject is, how do a family really supposed to feel, or how do you really feel when you found out one of your family members has been killed?
Well, I had an incident like that with one of my friends. We were putting on a fashion show actually, and right before the day before the show, her daughter just graduated from law school and 27, and her boyfriend wanted to go and celebrate out at a party. So she went to go celebrate. She was tired, but she went.
Mhm.
A young man came into the club and was shooting at another guy and ended up shooting her in the back, and she in his arms. So my girlfriend gets the phone call here. She was in California at the time and had to go back to Texas to bury her 27-year-old daughter that just graduated from law school.
Wow.
And she's a Christian woman, and that was her oldest daughter. And that was very hard for all of us. But
Did they catch the perpetrator?
yes, they did.
Good.
They did. Because he didn't only shoot her; he shot, a couple other people in this club. Because of girlfriend broke up, and he decided that he can't handle it.
Wow.
So, but for someone innocently to die like that, it's hard. And if you don't have God in your life, it's really hard to deal with it. But my girlfriend, she literally had to step out of herself because, she, it's anger. It's bitterness. It's just not right. You're thinking, why, but
Yeah, because I would want to, like, how would she feel? Not trying to be on the journalistic or whatever, but just on the how does she feel when she seen the guy, knowing that he done
yeah,
etched a part of your heart.
yeah.
You don't have this right to be here. There was a lady used to sing a song, "How did you get here?" Nobody supposed to be here because he done etched a part in your life. Y'all know Tafu Panda. Um, I don't like to show the pictures or something, but so I didn't want to show pictures of other past people, but his son was murdered 3-4 years ago, and Tafu used to be a bounty hunter. And it really gets to him that he couldn't even be able to find his own son's killer. You know, even comedian Megasha Jackson, I witnessed to her son. He had bought her a car, and they still haven't been able to find his killer. But I wonder, when we do know who the killer is, how would you feel if it's not? And what if it's by the police?
Yeah,
I'm sure that's pure devastation.
Yeah, because it's almost like I'm gonna say about my well, I'm gonna say it anyway. My ex-husband's son's mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was she was pregnant with their second child, and a guy came in and raped her and stabbed her 7 times.
What?
And killed her and the baby.
Wow.
And he still goes. It's been 34, maybe 35 years, and they caught the man that did it, and he also did it to a Hispanic woman. And him and this guy, they both show up for the courts and make sure this man doesn't get out. Every 10 years they show up there, and they've been going every 10 years. And at some point, for me, you have to ask for forgiveness. Now, I wasn't murdered, but I was kidnapped and raped for like 11 hours by 5 men. And I had to ask for forgiveness so I could move on. Even though I never seen their faces and they held a gun to my head and did everything, I thank God that I'm still here. And he brought me through a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Now,
Oh,
now at first, when we hear the after the part, after the situation. When it first meeting happened, like there was a movie I seen called "I Spit on Your Grave," where a similar situation like what you just said, Leonie, except they kept her 3 or 4 days, and then they did try to kill her, but she ended up surviving. But the movie is based where she's exact revenge on every single one of them. Um, because my biggest thing is it's easy to talk about it after the point. And
yeah.
sometimes it can sound cliche-ish. Because how would we condone someone like I see Benjamin Crump, Mr. Benjamin Crump. I see him on countless scenarios where he's with a family whose loved ones and got killed senselessly. And I'm like, I started thinking is how do you keep that person from wanting to exact revenge? Like Shaquella Robinson, her dad, they reaching out to the president and stuff like that. How many other people have went to that rational part to try to reach out and do it that way instead? Because I'm gonna say, for instance, one time I'm watching this video and these two brothers are in court because their mother was murdered by this dude she was dating. And in the court hearings, they start jumping on them. They went and it was, and stuff, trying to beat up their killer, because the emotions and everything like that. How do we refrain if it's not the spirit of God, especially with blacks, that we constantly keep forgiving? We're constantly forgiving more than anything and try to be fair amongst each other. How?
Well, like I was saying about my ex-husband, when they first found his son's mother, they assumed he did it, and they put him in jail for 6 months. And if his sister wasn't part of the police department, he'd probably still be in there.
Yeah.
And it was a trip is how some people was family member, other people watching like, oh, that dude killed his mom. That's how it would go. And then he found out he's innocent, but that stigma for the first 6 months, even that one day or so.
Yeah.
Because
they tried to take his son. His son was 2 at the time. But him and his sister, they fought and they made it happen and got everything.
Wow.
That's been 5 years and it's still affecting,
Cynthia Joy, what you feel? I know with you coming up from Southside Chicago and, major city, not saying Southside Chicago is like how they make it, but I'm pretty sure you've had someone close to you or know someone who's passed. How did the people react that you know?
Well, usually, first let me start by saying the South Side of Chicago is exactly how they describe it, and it's rough out there. But I've seen people just go straight to retaliation because they're so angry. It goes straight to that. There's no real thought in it, because when people hurting and they've lost the ones that's closest to them, they forget about religion. They forget about God because right now they just hurt. Yeah. They want some instant gratification. So to get that instant gratification, that's where you get all the crimes and the murders and all that kind of stuff happens, because they're trying to retaliate. But that's where togetherness comes from, and that's why it's so important that we start working together as a team so we can, make some real change happen.
Yeah, but, because what you just said, as we come together, real quick, got to go to a couple commercial breaks that we use TikTok and mention our leaders. Let's check this out.
By the way,
okay.
The same stable genius that said the biggest problem we had in the Revolutionary War is we didn't have enough airports. Whoa.
If the aliens landed in Washington, D.C. tomorrow and said, "Take me to your leader," it would be embarrassing.
I'm about to come up there and beat your ass.
You ain't
I'm about to come up there and beat your ass.
You ain't gonna do shit, Papa.
I'm about to beat your ass.
You ain't gonna be able to get me.
You think I ain't gonna beat your ass? Here I come.
You ain't gonna do shit.
I'm coming. Pull them pants down. Ooh, get this damn boy. Shit.
I told you weren't gonna get me.
I'm coming.
They should have turned the power off on his ass.
Oh man. Now, Big Hank.
Yes, sir.
With us, you come from Long Beach streets, Long Beach, stuff like that. How do you know? How would you react, or anybody you know? How would they react when you hear this type of scenario?
Well, off the top, your first reaction is gonna be, man, who did this to my family? Where they at? Let me get at them. That's gonna be your first reaction. But that's not the smartest reaction, you know. So, me being elderly now, I would, you know, I'm gonna let the police do their job. But back when I was young and dumb, yeah, I probably would have reacted different. I probably would react different. Leonie, I just want to say, man, you are a champion, man. You hear me? You are a champion, man. Wow, man, you are.
No, but I did get a gun. I did get a gun.
You're a champion.
I was mad and angry, you know, but I had to let it go because I would end up shooting someone that didn't even do any harm to me.
Yeah. Right. So, and a lot of times when we don't let go, that hurt that's inside, that's what it starts hurting us. Yeah. And you know what I mean? It start doing stuff to your insides, and so you got to let it go, man, or it's gonna tear you up.
Yeah.
But this is so amazing how we just as a group is constantly forgiving. I had some of my white family members said to me that they find it amazing how we've never really went on a revenge thing. If anybody was gonna raid the Capitol, why, you know what I'm saying? We come up with a plan. You know, I was watching Earthquake talk about blacks can't beat no terrorists. He overslept at the bomb set. He said, he blew up my basement. You know, we are forgiving.
Yeah.
We know our past and everything, but yet we forgive. Isolated situations and stuff like that. I agree with Big Hank. You're stuff that I just heard and learned, and for you to be strong enough to talk about is amazing.
Amazing.
You know? And I was 19. I was 19.
And you know, as being on the show, it seems like people who comes on is comfortable enough to talk to us, even though we got the whole world watching.
Wow.
But we want people to see that when you hear this, the whole point of our show is not a confrontation, it's a conversation. And we try to strike up on the conversation that you can relate to, because Leonie didn't commit suicide.
No.
She had a major sickness. She didn't commit suicide.
No.
She been through that's major, you know. And for 11 hours, you know, my empathizing, which
yes, man. Come on, 19 years old, you was probably in the prime of your life, man. I know you was fine out there, you know what I mean? I know them. Come on, man. I'm just imagining, man, you know. Wow, man. I really commend you. I really do commend you, man.
And then you can't blame that movie, A Time to Kill.
Right.
With Samuel Jackson.
Right. Because my brother, he was hot.
I bet he was.
So he had to spend 6 months in jail because he was ready to kill anybody that.
Yeah. Hey,
he
that when you
thought.
find the perpetrators, that's when we have them down in the basement and be like this. Ooh, so many things I want to show you. Because we grew up watching, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find you're gonna tell me today.
Yeah.
But see, they tell us, see, those on the outside looking in would tell you, what would Jesus do? You ever had that scenario when you know, you've gone through something major and someone on the outside looking in and they first thing they want to say, well, what would Jesus do? You're a Christian.
That's exactly.
You know?
And it came to me often, you know,
But see, my thing is, he said, and that's where I feel the interpretation is wrong. You say an eye for an eye, you ain't stalking, but doesn't mean that we cannot seek justice.
Right.
I learned this at St. Luke's Holy Baptist Church on west side of Long Beach. Dr. Williams, it was like when I first went, he had a story that was so horrific to me. It was in the Bible, in Hanukkah or whatever, where the dude married a woman.
Yeah,
and they went traveling, and she was such a prostitute that they went to visit one of his good friends, and the townspeople wanted to know who he was. So she said, "Don't worry about it. I make myself the sacrificial lamb." And she went out there and was knocking boots with everybody in the town. That when they found her the next morning, she butt naked with her butt facing up in the air on their porch. Well, the dude takes her home and cuts her up into 12 pieces as to represent the 12 tribes of Judah. Now, what fascinated me is at the end, and when the pastor was going through it, I was like looking at it like this. I was horrified. And it said, think on these things, ponder these things, and talk upon these things, because when you do that, it won't happen again.
Yeah.
So many times some people say, well, you'll get over it. You don't talk about it. If you plan on hurting somebody, you probably need to talk about it, get it off your chest. It's just like rappers. Right. That's why the feds is wrong with trying to prosecute rappers over your lyrics. That's a form of art and expression.
Wait a minute, prosecuting over their lyrics?
Oh man, there's so many rappers now. Kodak Black is facing something right now, and the prosecutors are using his lyrics and stuff. Matter of fact, that's going to be one of our subjects. I was thinking about next week. I'm just gathering more information. It's countless of rappers are being charged.
Information.
Huh?
Make sure you get all your information.
Oh yes, but it's deep. They're using the lyrics and breaking the lyrics down. And what they're doing to the jury is they breaking the lyrics down, playing a part of it with his voice, and then with his face showing them who, like, oh yeah, he did that.
But did he?
Well, that's the point. What I'm saying. Right. Your lyrics is up there. Sure. Yeah, I caught him in the corner, shot him in the dome. Don't you know he don't have no home? So they playing that and then reading his lyrics so you can see it, and then they got their face up there. Oh yeah. If you're in the jury, you listening to the lyrics and putting your face to it, like, oh yeah, you did this. You did that. You detailed it too well.
Well, they're doing the same thing with people with employment. They're judging you by what you put on TikTok, what you put on Facebook, because you're representing their company. And if you're coming buck wild and you and then you saying you're gonna kill your boss when you go to work tomorrow, they're literally not hiring you and coming after you for saying threatening words on your social media. So you have to be careful with your lyrics and your social media, because you're putting yourself at risk of saying
now rappers should be able to talk,
incriminating yourself.
I can see a rapper talking about something that happened in the past or with somebody else.
But if he never, if he's saying it was his past and then he's saying he did it, you don't put those in your lyrics if you did it and you didn't get caught in your past. Leave it in your past.
Yeah, Tuesday, me and Big Hank was talking about the young dude down in Mississippi got his head cut off. And I started thinking about that, and I was like, here we go, Big Hank, in the heat of the night.
Look at you. Look at you.
Hey, man, I done told you, man, I don't even know you like that. So talking to me.
Know where you at, son?
Hey, man, the way I look at it, man, I'm in your town, but I'm getting about this mother.
You want to get loud, huh, boy?
I'm going to San Francisco.
Okay.
Man, I'm going to San Francisco and sit at the
I know
bay.
where you're going, but it ain't San Francisco.
Boy, you try to stop me.
You sit your black tail down.
As long as I got this afro,
you got some money
I'm
on you,
gonna do
boy.
what I got to do.
You got some money on you, boy?
Hey, man, I'm not even paying no attention.
Where's my money?
What you stand in my face for?
You want to go to jail?
You better get out my face.
You want to go to jail, don't you? Where's my money?
Hey, man, you better get out my face. I'm giving.
That's my favorite actor.
Oh, me and Big Hank was talking about that in the heat of the night. And what's the trip is that there's a scene in the movie where the white dude slapped Sidney Poitier and Sidney Poitier slapped the back. And he looked at the sheriff and said, "You ain't gonna do nothing."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so we gotta have it back in now. One of the things though, before we continue on down to the sports, Cynthia, wait a minute, were we doing the health today, or we was waiting? Oh shit! I said, why would you talk?
Wait a minute. What you? Give me some. Give me some, man. Give me some.
Oh,
you gonna speak to me now, right when I got some cornbread in my mouth?
Man, hit a nigga with a warning.
Come on, man. We'll do yours, Susie. Go ahead and get your heat on.
Whatever it is, you look good. Give me a piece.
Yeah, she was chewing it up. I'm trying to figure out what
you like.
Yeah, won't even talk.
I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get into. I don't know what we're gonna get into.
But mentioning this, I couldn't wait for the sports segment. Then I couldn't go to the sports segment. First, I would like to say, everyone knows that I'm a Clippers fan.
Yeah, we know that.
And Big Hank is a Lakers fan.
Yes. Yeah.
So I would like to state, all right, my Clippers had a hell of a journey last night. We had to face Golden State on a crucial game.
Yes, sir.
It was tied up.
And Steph Curry went for 50.
Yes. Steph Curry went for 50. 50 points don't win a game.
No, sure don't.
Mr. Kawhi, everybody Mr. Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Telling people he is the best NBA player in the NBA because no matter what the situations, he's gonna win.
All right.
Now, and we won.
Yeah.
But then I want to say, Big Hank is that Dean said, "Hey, anybody got a definition of grotesque?" Hey, I told that's what he said because they teased me on the word. But look here, I keep telling them it's not as major as grotesque. It's a minor. It's bad, but it ain't that bad. He said, what's the definition? But I just want to say is that the Lakers played Houston last night, who had the lowest record in the NBA.
Yes.
15 wins is their record. They actually got a little letter that states that they're completely out to chase of the playoffs.
They don't have a chance. They don't have a chance. You don't have a chance in hell.
The season is over.
They say you don't have a chance in hell.
Don't have a chance. When they give you a little letter, you have no chance. You're out of here.
Yeah.
Well, they beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
Whooped them.
Wow.
And what was so bad about it is I blame it on Big Hank because Street Clothes Davis was sitting on the side.
Sitting over there with street clothes on. Street Clothes Davis, man.
I started crying laughing. Big Hank called him Street Clothes Davis. So the other night, just night before last, he just had 38 points.
Yeah, went for 40 or something. Yeah.
7 assists. I'm like, oh, he's back. And next thing you know,
No, he's soft. He got to take a break. After that, he got to have a little rest and stuff. You know, he's so soft. He got to rest up from doing all that.
I said Street Clothes Davis. It's back in this.
That's how soft that nigga is, man. He have a good game. He got to rest up from having. He's like, woo, I ain't
They
did
talk
that.
about he can't play it back to back because he have a sore foot. Don't all the NBA players.
Like, nigga, you supposed to play the next game too. Nigga, you supposed to play the next game too. You see what happened when he did? You see what happened when he did go? When he did go back to back, he only had like 8 points the next game. He was like, man, I ain't even gonna play that. Don't even put me in the game.
How? You got a sore foot, so I can't play it back to back.
Oh man,
you're an NBA player.
That's Street Clothes Davis, man. Softy.
Man, when Big Hank said that, so I said, "Oh, they gonna whoop Houston. They gonna give them. They gonna be all up in the playoff bracket. They had 10."
Yeah,
and tied with 3 or 4 other ones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody right there.
Any slip up, for real. We're gonna tell Street.
Hey, you got to talk about what happened to what happened to Kevin Durant, man. Did you see him fall by himself?
Yeah, he twisted his ankle.
By himself.
By himself.
Nigga was working out. Man, I couldn't believe it, man. I'm like, man, he need to quit putting them high heel shoes on. Nigga, that's what that nigga had on.
I don't know how they twist their ankles like that.
Either, man. That was ridiculous, man. That nigga had on some high heel
come back in, and I think they got enough where he rests because he still had just came off for injury. I think he probably rushed himself because he played a lot. Now, what I don't understand is that, okay, let's go on to this football. My Raiders got rid of Waller.
Come on, man. I don't like that.
That one just
I don't like
threw
that.
me off.
Yeah, I
You
don't
got
like
rid of the backup quarterback who signed to be a backup quarterback to somebody else. I had never heard of that before.
Me either.
They usually go traded to be a starter.
You're right. That nigga would go somewhere else and back up somebody else.
Yeah, I've never heard of a backup leaving a team to be another backup.
I never heard of another team wanting a backup. Who wanted the backup, dude?
I'm thinking that he just feel like because I think he's going back to protect the black quarterback from Denver now. He used to be in Seattle. What's his name? He's married to the singer.
Yes, that's why he can't. That's why he can't play good because he be worried about how she be dressing all the time. Yeah. Sierra don't never have on no clothes. Sierra don't never have no clothes on. He be messed up.
Sure don't. She used to mess with Future.
Oh my gosh.
But look, I think that our backup quarterback went assigned to be a backup there because he's just hoping that the starter hurt. He said, "Oh yeah, he a couple of games from being hurt." Yeah, I'm gonna sign with y'all. I'm gonna sign with y'all. Dallas got rid of their running back Zeke.
Man, that was crazy too. Ezekiel Elliott ain't no cowboy no more. What?
Dean said, "You know it's bad." He said, "You know it's bad when the guys on the bench are leaving for greener pastures."
Yeah, that's
I
bad.
would have let Cynthia read. I didn't know. I thought you were still chewing on some greens. She was eating some cornbread and greens. I know when I hear it. It was looking good.
You could tell by the smacking. You could tell how she was smacking.
I think I smell it.
You don't even mess with black folks when they're eating. She said, "I'm on this national TV thing, but I'm not." What was you eating on, Cynthia? What was you eating?
I came in from the doctor and made me a sausage McMuffin, sausage and cheese McMuffin. So that's what I was making. I was cooking and all that while we was doing the show.
Well,
I saw you. I saw you.
I didn't see you kill it. No, nothing come out of the refrigerator. You did everything perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, auntie. Yes.
Hey, look, Bobby, I'm going to take these few minutes because I know Cynthia was eating and we went to help. I've been noticing you doing a lot. She was doing aquatics too.
Aquatic aerobics.
Yeah, I had to set my game up because, I was working for a year, but once I lost my job, I realized my health had been compromised because I was putting too much energy into my job and into school and not into my health. So now I'm getting back into my groove of like walking and dancing and, you know, all my therapies and the many other things I do that have to do with my health because I'm first. So
You seem like you glowing too.
That is awesome.
That.
That is
Yeah, you glowing.
awesome.
I looked at her. I looked at it yesterday.
Believe it or not, some companies, insurance companies, they like that. They like the fact that we're not going to stay down. Because I mean, I almost thought I had to get a lawyer to make sure I got approved when I was getting new insurance because I wanted the more updated one because I had cancer before. But I didn't need insurance. My doctor gave me a clean bill of health. He said, I'm doing things on my own. I'm gaining my weight back. I was approved. So never count yourself out.
Oh, well, she doesn't. She counts herself as a survivalist. She'll say that. And she encourages other people because one time she corrected me and I said victim. She said, no, survivalist. And then I seen her with this white lady yesterday and they went walking 1.5 miles.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
Well, I met that little white lady on my walk. She was a neighbor walking her emu. And I was like, somebody
walking her what? Walking her what?
Emu.
It's not like the
bird on the commercial.
Yeah, like I took a picture and put it on Facebook because I was surprised and shocked.
You mean that wasn't? I thought you was promoting like that insurance company with the dude, the insurance agent with that. That was her emu.
Stupid. No, people get emus to protect their chickens from the hawks.
Does it lay eggs?
I ain't even listen.
That'll be an egg that'll feed everybody for a whole day. You crack that big up. Yeah.
I don't think I don't want to eat an emu egg. I don't think I want that anymore.
Why? You eat that egg and next thing you know you running 20 miles. You don't even know why you running so fast. Like, oh my God.
Then my toes then web together. I ain't got no time for that.
That stuff may open you all the way up. See, we talking about emu egg may be the source of all cures.
I do marathons too, Cynthia. I don't want to take no medication after my chemo, so I do marathons. I did a 26 and 2 13s. So keep it up.
Yeah,
you can
do
honey.
Well, and 149.
49 what? 49 what?
49 what?
49 what?
49 miles.
You didn't. What you do? You drove it?
No.
You know what?
You jogged it.
Actually, I'm sorry, 39 miles. We did 26, and then the next day we did 13.
I gotta have some.
I'm tired. I'm tired now just hearing about that. I'm tired.
I need that type of distance. I need something that's dangerous. Chasing me. I need to have a German Shepherd or something. I'm not gonna run all the miles. I have to have some motivation, like a German Shepherd or something, a grizzly, something that's gonna make me want to keep running.
Well, see, it's a life or death thing. So the doctor said, you want to take medication for the rest of your life that could cause other side effects, or you're going to have to exercise for the rest of your life. So I choose plan B. I'm going to exercise for the rest of my life and eat natural and take natural healing things and vitamins instead of the medication. Medication causes strokes, causes different things to malfunction in your body. No.
Leon, I'm so glad that you came on. You know, we wrapping this up, y'all. We always try to stay within the hour. And, you know, one of the things I like is that when people can come on the show with us and find that it's just a conversation. Dean said she out here running marathons and I get out of breath walking to the mailbox.
Dean, I'm gonna need you to get that together, sir.
Dean be having us laugh. I'm still laughing about when he bagged on me about my vocabulary.
Yes, sir.
Hey man,
so, you can't talk.
Look here, we got to have you back, Leon. I'm always sending her to share. I know sometimes you have clients, those of y'all who's really looking for insurance. I'm gonna put her banner up again. Please reach out to her.
You caught me home this week, so it's a good thing.
You can see that's a good thing. Reach out to her for real. She can talk to you on any type of insurance. I endorse it. Matter of fact, I endorse this message. I'm Roy Anthony. sponsors message.
Billy.
Big Hank.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Hank will be performing tonight, y'all, in Long Beach.
Yes.
You had a chance, go check it out.
Oh, Roscoe
Meet him
Jazz.
in person.
Okay. Off a
At
second.
Roscoe. At
Yeah.
Roscoe.
We had dinner there one time, only back in the day.
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
gonna come check
look
you
here.
out one day.
Go check out Big Hank live. And so
Yeah.
those who in the Los Angeles area,
I'll
go
probably
check
freak
him out
him out if
live.
he
Some
see me
people,
there.
you know,
Oh, and while you
this
talking about
Friday
it,
and
if you in
Saturday, I
Colorado
will.
Springs, I'm hitting the open mic tonight.
What? That's what's up, man. That's
Man,
what's
real.
up. Go get him,
I'll be in
Cynthia.
Looney's tonight on the open mic.
Go get him, Cynthia.
Okay, now before I get off, I did work out a deal with a guy that's over there by where Comedy Union used to be. You remember Funky Sticks, Big Hank?
These names.
Yeah. Well, he owns a nice what they call an incense shop. All the accessories for growing tobacco and everything. Hey, you have a good weekend too, Dean.
Yeah.
Before we're wrapping it up. I just want to state, so we're the guys drawing up the papers. We've already sent them an agreement. That's how I do. We send contracts. I always promote it out for 6 to 8 weeks before we have the regular show. Big Hank, you are one of the hosts. I'm one of the hosts, and Geisha Jackson's one of the hosts. So whichever one's in town or whoever, they hosting the show with major headliners coming through, like we used to do at the Blue Cafe, Leone. It's the same concept. Featured act, guest act. All our regular comics that's there, well, we give them like 2 of them do 10 minutes, something like that. We putting that together. Me and Big Hank is working on some projects as we speak. A lot of people don't know. And Bridging the Gap ain't just us old cats. We got some young cats. I met a nice singer and stuff like that. So we worked to bridge the gap. Sunday is my daughter's birthday. Wow. I meant to tell her she's our show. Ashley should be 15 Sunday. And so I've been prepping my speech. She already knows. And so for these young guys. But
happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Sugarfoot.
Happy birthday, beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that for her and stuff. I know she's grinning from ear to ear. I'm Roy Anthony. It's been Big Hank.
Yes.
Norman, Cynthia Joy are always special. She's not even a guest, but our special neighbor friend who comes in all the time when she wants to. Leone, wait, please check her out especially for insurance. I don't even tell her to try to book you for her hair because her clientele is so deep. Yeah, I can't, for real. If you're getting individuals, you ain't going to go see Leone. You better go to Big Susie over there in Watts. And so I want to give a shout out to my family, especially my mother and stuff, and to all our families. Anybody who's going through anything, you can always reach out to one of us on Facebook, those with health issues, and then we just learned some incredible things.
Yes.
If you find that there's something that you feel like it's worth giving your life up, think again.
Please.
You just listen to 4 people who's been through some tremendous and major situations, and we're still here. Yeah. And I thank God for all of y'all. Y'all have a blessed weekend. I'm outie.
You too, man. Blessed weekend, y'all. Love y'all, man. I'm out.
Every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in. Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Roy, is anybody out there? It's the spot to be, baby. Hey.